Greetings, welcome to Jefficho Films. Today we're going to talk about True Detective Season 4. My own little theory that what's going on. You know, we're 4 episodes in. I kind of came up with this after 3 and nothing's really destroyed it after episode 4, so why not? Alright, let's break down the narrative first. You've got Anne, the dead girl from a couple years ago that was brutally murdered. You got Navarro, the detective that was on the case, busted down to a traffic cop or whatever, and she's still obsessed with that case. You've got Jodie Foster's character, Danvers, who's a police chief, and she's dealing with this big Salal station thing with all these people out there that were doing research in the ice, and they all died, very much like the thing, frozen naked in the ice. Good flashbacks, great movie. So we've got those 2 cases and they're kind of interconnecting now, and we've got to figure out why, and there's a lot of things that don't add up, and it's because there's a lot of characters that are fucking with us, and there's some things, you know, the supernatural stuff which hasn't been very evident before in a True Detective series. Wouldn't know, never watched 1, 2, and 3, but I will. I'll go back. This has been a lot of fun. I love it. This last episode, when she looked down and that orange rolled out from under the bed, I just perked up. I was like, yes. Something creepy's about to happen. Someone's going to be under the bed. And there was. So our cast of characters, you got Rose, who played Cassian's mom in Andor. She had an ex-lover, Travis, who's dead, but she saw him standing on the snow, and he let her out to the dead people from the Salal station. You got Navarro, who's the cop, and, you know, she's seeing some things. She's hearing things like she's coming, and, you know, other people are seeing and hearing weird things. You got her love interest, Eddie, who's really cool. I like this guy. SpongeBob toothbrush. This guy's just cool. He's very understanding, very supportive. You got her sister, Julia. She sees her dead mother a lot, and she's always, like, kind of losing it. In the last episode, you know, spoiler, she walks out into the water naked to die. You got Danvers, played by Jodie Foster, and her adopted daughter, Leah, and she's going for that tribal ink that she wants, so she gets like a practice trial run, and Foster's all pissed off about that. Why? Because that's the same thing Annie had on her when she was brutally murdered. She had the same tattoos. And later, I think there's gonna be a preview that dropped I saw where she does the other thing that Annie did, and just does the paint over the mouth. Like, she doesn't want her daughter to die. Her daughter's a rebellious youth. She doesn't understand that. A lot of family drama and character shit going on here. You got Hank, the dad of Peter. And that guy's corrupt. That guy is, he's hiding shit for sure. He had the hunters out. He's ignoring Navarro, who everybody knows, like, Navarro, this is my case. I'm going after the killer. He's not. He doesn't give a shit. He's not helping her. So I think we're going to find him doing some seedy shit. Probably the cover-up of that girl's death. And like I said, you got Peter, the rookie cop. Kid's pretty good. Maybe he's seen something. I don't know. But I think he'll be innocent, but the guy can't let his work take over. He's ruining his marriage with Kayla. Come on, he's got a kid. Throughout a couple episodes, we learned that Anne had a boyfriend, or at least a guy that she dated for a little bit, who was really obsessed with her, Clark, and he was at the Salal station. And surprisingly, Clark's still alive. The one guy that's still alive from the Salal research station. And yeah, they're looking for him. And you got Bryce, the teacher that just likes to dump some exposition, basically kind of tells us what's going on. Alright, so yeah, if you haven't watched True Detective, that's your catch-up. That's kind of a very abrupt catch-up of what's going on. Let's get into the theory here. Everybody's seeing shit. Water buffalo just ran off the, like, cliff to their death. Which, come on, man, I like animals. Why would you do that? Why would they do that? Why are people seeing supernatural shit? I think it's in the water. It's in the caves. It's in the mines. Like, they dug too deep. Like the dwarfs told them not to. Because we got Bryce, the teacher, that told us all about what they're doing up at the Salal station, that they're searching for, like, sequenced DNA of extinct microorganisms so that they can cure cancer in genetic orders. They're ice coring through, like, permafrost, which is too hard. So he doesn't think they're actually going to be able to accomplish that. But think about, like, ancient microorganisms that, like, wiped out the human race, or, you know, just something that's going to affect you mentally. And, like, you had the one guy at the Salal station right before it all went down. He was having seizures, and then somebody cut the power. Same thing that happened to Annie. Somebody cut the power. Like, there's obviously people behind this, like, doing shit to cover shit up. But they closed the mines. We have babies. I'm just going to be random here. I'm just going to throw a bunch of random shit out here. This isn't going to be well organized. You got babies that are being stillborn. You got people drinking shit water and telling people, like, oh, we've been drinking the same bad water for a while. Well, why is the water bad? Like, is it tainted? Yeah, probably because of the mines. Why? Because they're protesting at the mines. If you look at the narrative is all like, we're got the protests and the shit happening at the mines. What goes in the mines? They dig. What's going on at Salal Station? They dig. Annie died in an ice cave, and I think they moved her to the mines, is my guess, because they said they moved the body, and we just, in the last episode, realized that she was in an ice cave from her video. We also see, like, whalebone or something behind there, which DNA sequence from the past. To me, something getting released from the ice, whether it's like a fume or toxin, and just mixing in with the water and people drinking it, is it a cause hallucinations? I mean, how do you explain the buffalo running off? Why would they can run off a cliff to die? They were like eating something on the ground or drinking the water on the ground and they just ran off. Why does Rosie, her ex-lover, just standing there in the snow? Doesn't add up. Polar bear, that, you know, not aggressive, but, you know, he's been in a fight. He's got that eye. He's got that scratch on his eye. Navarro's seeing shit. Her sister's seeing shit. It seems to have gotten worse now that she's been brought back to town. Even Danvers saw the polar bear, so, like, all the weird shit's happening. The hunters, did they go into the cave? Because I know 2 of the hunters that were searching for Clark were sent to the cave with a deputy or whatever, and then next we see the 2 hunters fighting in the hospital. Like, why'd they lose their shit? Like, were they exposed to more shit in the cave? Like a stronger dose of fumes and from the cave, from the ice? Like, to me, it's your only possible explanation, because if you don't want this to be supernatural, which a lot of people are complaining, oh, why is it it probably is not going to be supernatural. It's probably going to get explained away. There's going to be some challenges with that, because there's a lot of people seeing shit. I mean, what made Navarro's ear bleed? Like, she got screamed at by a ghost and her ear bled? It's weird. Why is she just losing her shit now? So yeah, in conclusion, don't want to do a long video, but yeah, that's my theory, is they dug up shit from the ice, the mines were digging up shit from the ice, and whether it's just toxins and fumes from ancient ice, from the microorganisms that they're searching for, it's fucking people up. I mean, the guy had the seizure, the buffalo, everything, like, it's just, that's the only thing that I can think of that would explain why people are seeing shit, why we're getting supernatural stuff going on. Because if it's not supposed to be supernatural, none of the other ones have been. Doesn't even make sense why it would be supernatural. Though, like, as a sci-fi fan, I like supernatural, so I'm cool with that. But I don't believe that a true detective follows that formula. How's this all going to end? I'm not too sure. I can take some shots in the dark. I can tell you Hank's probably going to be found guilty of covering up Anne's death, because that guy is... Russian mail order brides? Come on. Come on. Who thinks that works? That is a joke. That is a joke. It's not even a funny joke, because that's how overused it is. So there's no way you could know you're getting scammed. I think Clark might be the guy that's trying to solve everything. Who knows? At Salal Station, those guys don't leave that place, and they don't have visitors. Who knows? Maybe some of those guys were guilty. Maybe Clark's the one that dragged them out into the snow and killed them. In the end, though, I'm sure we're gonna find Navarro and Danvers. They'll figure out, like, who murdered Anne, the reasons why. It's gonna be what was in the ice and the microorganisms and all that shit. How great was it to see Christopher Eccleston, Doctor Who? That guy's awesome. Well, as always, guys, thanks for watching. I hope I'm partially right on this, as always.